What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Ron P TV, the podcast. I am your host with the most, your favorite podcast host, Ron P. I have a very special person in here with me today. I have my wife's. Now, me saying with an S, it makes it seem like I got a bunch of them. Like
yeah, it does.
Don't people in India be marrying like 5-6 wives and have like?
I don't know. I know it's like legal somewhere else though to have more than one wife.
Y'all give it up for my wife, Cheridan. Thank you for coming to Ron P TV. Well, you ain't come to Ron P TV. We at home.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. We just put our son to sleep. Well, we just put both of the kids to sleep. He got school in the morning. He's 7.
He's excited because tomorrow they get to wear their costumes.
Yeah. He wearing his regular clothes?
Yeah. He's wearing his regular clothes and then he's wearing his costume on top.
You know, a lot of people don't like for kids to celebrate Halloween.
I think it's stupid because I feel like it's like the devil's holiday.
Right.
I feel like people make it out to be an evil holiday.
Make sure, hey, with this microphone, you see the word in front?
Yeah, it's supposed to be to my face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got
okay,
this.
I'm just trying to make sure
I got this.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't like kids celebrating Halloween because of devil, evil.
Well, like I said, a lot of people make it out to be that way, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a bunch of witches, goblins, goblins, and, you know.
I mean, but people make witches out to be evil as well, so not all witches are bad.
What's a good witch?
What do you mean? I think it just depends on what you practice. Like, you can practice being an evil witch and you can practice being a good witch.
What do a good witch do? Because we all know what bad witches do. Like, what do a good witch do?
I don't know. Like, they practice, like, I don't know. I don't do it, like, but, like, good health. They don't try to cast spells on other people. And if they do, it's a good spell.
Oh.
Like to find love or a good job or to come into money.
Oh, how come we don't never hear about those witches? Why is Halloween all evil then?
Because people make it out to be evil and it's always been associated with evil.
Would you practice witchism? Is that the word
it's
for
it? Wiccan.
Wiccan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so now that's why your mom's name was Wiccan Love or something like that?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
I believe in like the whole witch thing, but I don't like not practice it or nothing, but just because you're not really into that, so I don't do that.
I mean, I'm just not with the evil stuff. Like, I'm not with nothing that's can be harmful.
I mean, you also have to be careful on what you do, but I mean, a lot of that it's not harmful if you know what you're doing and practice what you're doing. Like know how to do it.
So if I was like cool with it, would you do it?
I think I'd be a little more into it. I'm not exactly sure if I would do it, like practice it, but it'd definitely be something that I'd be more into, yeah. I don't do it out of respect because I know you don't like it, not because I can't do it, but because I know you don't care for it and don't like that kind of stuff, so I don't practice it.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, for anybody listening, like, it ain't that I'm saying she can't do it, because if she wanted to, she could. It's just that I just don't rock with it. But I don't rock with it because I don't deal with the evil, which that's what a lot of people embedded witches to be, like, evil.
See, and that's what's sad, because a lot of people look at witches and all that stuff to be bad, and not all witches are bad. Like, if you were to... like back in the olden days when they used to cast, like they used to kill witches and burn them at the stake and stuff, like the only reason they knew that that was a witch is because they came out and told them, hey, I'm a witch. You can't tell who's a witch walking down the street.
Right, I know, but
You
I'm just
know, witches don't wear those big hats and dresses like that. Like, they're normal looking people.
so what about like so like there's good witches. So what about like practicing like like the Ouija boards and talking to
Oh, well,
spirits and stuff like that. Like
you have to know how to do that because you can invite evil spirits into your home not purposely, like it'd be on accident. So you have to know how to close the gates, how to make sure that you're not inviting evil spirits in, that you're not that you're protecting yourself when you're talking to good and evil.
see, that's the thing. Like
But that has nothing to do with witches.
no, it's just in general like misconceptions of the things that we've been taught about like Halloween and spirits and evil and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's witches and Ouija boards
I was gonna say
and
Ouija boards, like
psychics.
my mom let us, play with them when we were younger, but we also she also kind of did like a protection, not a spell because it sounds bad. Not bad, but it sounds like really. But she put like a protection on it so that way we couldn't invite evil to come in.
Would you
Not
ever
purposely.
would you ever be open to like what okay, wait, a séance? Like that's when they like sit around the table and like try to channel like
Yeah.
would you be open to trying to do
I
that?
don't know. I think in the sense of like contacting my grandma or even my aunt or something like that, like or my grandpa, like something like that. But I don't know, just to be in a seance to contact the dead, no.
They say um like demons and spirits is very deceptive, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
you may think this is like harmless and and I'm actually talking to my grandmother, but you're being deceived because
That's why you have
they're
to look for signs. Like
but
that's
hold
why
on, what I'm
you
saying is like, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be hard to like if you trying to channel somebody and you trying to talk to like say your grandmother and this demon or the spirit is making you believe it and they're telling you you're going to be so overwhelmed because it's going to say things that your grandmother would know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So how
you
do
would
you
have
know?
to know the difference. Like, okay, so they're gonna come through like, oh, I've missed you, da 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 da, like kind of stuff like that. But you would have to ask them something that only you and your person would know.
But that's the
Only
thing. But
if I were to ask my grandma something about a bird, and that person that evil spirit
you think
wouldn't.
they don't know that stuff
They
though?
they might not.
But they might do though.
They might do.
They might. Like you don't know because they're very deceptive. They're very
Right,
smart.
but they don't know everything. And so you just have to look for signs. And that's why when you do do a seance or contact the dead or play with Ouija boards, you have to do your research and know exactly what you're doing.
It's almost like, is it worth taking that chance? Because once that door is open and you invite that,
I think so. I actually watched this girl on TikTok. I don't know her name.
I think I know you're talking about the one you showed me a
With the
while
doll.
ago.
With
Oh
the doll.
no, that's somebody.
She
else.
has a doll, and the doll, her doll's name is Lola. I'm sure someone listening will know.
Speaking of TikTok, make sure
But-
you follow us. The quick intermission. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. Mine's is Ron P TV. Follow us on TikTok. And what is yours?
Share my designs.
Any underscores or just? Oh, you
Nope.
could just put it in. It's
Yeah.
Share My Designs. CHER My Designs.
Yep.
Okay. All right. But
I have to forget. I not have to forget. I have to remember to say that because you would think share
Yeah, nope. It's CHER, ladies
that's
and
my
gentlemen.
name, yeah.
So yeah, but yeah,
like this girl on TikTok, she's a medium and she's still practicing. Like she's not like a professional or anything, and she talks to the dead and she feels things and sees things, and a lot of people think it's fake. I don't personally, but she gets these ghosts stories, these people's stories, And like she even helped like the cops, like they found a dead body, and they figured out it was this person's. No, I don't know if they found a dead body or if they found money or something, and it happened to belong to the dead body. That's what it was. They found like money and all this stuff in like a pile under the leaves, and it belonged to a dead body that they had found, but they didn't know who the dead body was, and they found the wallet and all that stuff. And she got like visions and like, I don't know, it was just really cool, and she helped them. And I don't know, I feel like she tells these stories and like how these people died and if they were murdered or if they died naturally. And I don't know, I find that amusing.
I mean, it's very interesting. It's just very risky at the same time.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, when you do stuff like that, you have to make sure that you know what you're doing, because you can invite the wrong type of person in. Demon,
yeah,
you know.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm still learning, because like obviously.
Do you believe in ghosts?
What's the difference between ghosts and like spirits? I believe in spirits.
Well, they're
about the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I think, yeah.
I'm sure there's a difference.
I definitely believe in spirits. I've had encounters.
So have I.
Multiple encounters.
You're so creepy.
I guess spirits, this is what I think about spirits. I think those are people who just, I guess, can't cross over, and they still linger. Limbo.
It's called limbo. It's
between well, they still like around, and then like, you have good spirits, I guess, and bad spirits. And I think the bad spirits can be from the way they may have died and they're angry, or they feel like, they don't want to cross over. They're mad.
I feel like when a person, a spirit, whatever, is in limbo, they sometimes don't know that they're dead.
That too, that part.
So they're going on and living like it's not normal, but trying to live a normal life, and then they're like, what the hell? Like they're dead one day because they don't know they're dead. What the hell? Like, they're like, what the heck is going on here, Yeah.
All right. Because you said, what the hell? Or whatever. No, that was the wrong jingle. I think it was this one. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I believe in it. What? Tell the listeners a brief encounter of a situation you've had.
Okay, so we lived in this big house. It was old, and it used to be like a what is it called?
2-story?
No, like a duplex, kind of. And the bottom half was like a 1-bedroom, and then the top half was like a 2-bedroom or something like that. I don't know, or 3-bedroom. And my mom's room it was like 3 apartments, something. I don't know. Anyways, in her room, it was like she had almost like a kitchen in there. So it had like all these cupboards. And her room, for some reason, was always freezing. Like, it's cold in here. Like, freezing. Like, you could almost see your breath in there freezing. And we never understood why. The heat worked. The rest of the house was warm. It was always just her room. And it was this huge, like, apartment almost. And so one day we heard, like, clack, 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 clack. And we're like, what the hell? So we go into her room, and all the cupboards are open. They were just all open. No one was in there. We were all downstairs. Like, we were freaked out, and we thought maybe someone, like, we don't know why, but we thought someone broke in or something. And then because through her room there was another way to get up to her room, like through the outside, and so we thought maybe like, but why would someone break in to open the cupboards? And then we closed the door, and all of a sudden you hear, pa, 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 pa. All the cupboards closed. We opened the door back open, and all the cupboards were closed. Like, it was so freaking, it was so, like, unreal. Like, we didn't know what to think. Like, it almost seemed like a dream.
Now, real quick, before you go any further, what do you think that was? Like, I mean, obviously, we know that was some kind of paranormal or spirit or whatever, but, like, what do you think that whoever that was why would they do that?
To make their presence known, I guess, maybe, or like, hey, I'm here. Like, I don't know. Like, they weren't being evil. They weren't being mean. I think that maybe they were just trying to show that they were there or something. I don't know. It was just creepy in the sense of no one was in there. We heard slams, and then all the cupboards were closed again. And they were cabinets, like kitchen cabinets. So it wasn't like, oh, one cabinet opened or like the wind or I don't know. Like, but her room was always freezing. So we always said that there had to have been something like living in there.
Why do you think that? Because, you know, you see it on movies and stuff like that. Anytime it's a spirit or something like that, it gets cold. Why do you think it?
I don't know. Cold? I mean, when a body dies, it gets cold.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, you're not warm when you're dead.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm sure that there's another explanation, but I don't know.
I
don't know. That house was always just like, there was always something happening. I remember like, and it was always so dark. Like our stairs, like you would go up the stairs, there was a tiny landing, and then you would turn and then go up again. And then there was a huge landing. And so you couldn't see straight downstairs. You would have to go to the first landing to see downstairs. And it was always like, you could hear stuff downstairs, like whether it was like a ball or something, it sounded like rolling downstairs, or like people walking around downstairs. I remember one day we were all downstairs, and upstairs, like in that big landing, like where all the rooms, like to go off onto the rooms, like you could hear someone walking upstairs, like almost like they had heels on. And it was the creepiest thing, like, and we were all looking at each other because we were all sitting on the couch. Mm-hmm. And so we had a few different like encounters in that house. That house isn't even there anymore. Supposedly it was on a grave,
you know what,
thing
now,
or something.
Now that you older, because obviously this happened when you was younger. Mm-hmm. Now that you older and we have more resources and stuff, we should look that house up. Like,
we should. I didn't even know it was gone. That house was so nice, but it was so creepy.
Maybe, you know, remember the address and then look up the address and like do some history.
I don't remember the address, but I remember the street.
Right.
So.
Oh, we'll have to. We can figure out that. We'll have to figure out that.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, it just there was so many different encounters there, and it was creepy in the sense of it just no one's up there.
My grandmother used to tell me, just pretty much. Don't even pretty much take chances of trying to communicate and open that gate, because again, that's a portal that we don't know what's on the other side. Like, you know, people, you see movies, you see all these scientists and people say this and that, but realistically, nobody really knows what's on that other side. So, you know, my grandma was just like, you know, don't open it. That's why I won't deal with psychics.
I was just going to say, what about psychics? I knew you wouldn't really, but
yeah,
there's this fair actually coming up. It's a psychic medium fair, and I wanted to go.
You can go. Just don't bring that mess back here.
And it's like, but do I really want to go and like hear what they have to say?
You know.
And it's just like, do I believe it or?
My grandma always said, you know, don't even tap into it, because like with psychics, for example, I feel like anybody who can tap into your mind, your soul, your spirit, and give you accurate information, I feel like that's a way of opening. Like you opened something where they can tap into you. So now,
but what if they give you information that helps you? Like you're going to become sick in the next 5 years. So what if you?
I don't want to know that. But
I'm saying like maybe you can help prevent that.
But like no, I just feel like once you open that door, it can be like you said, it can be for good causes. Mm-hmm. But once that door opens, it's kind of like, you know, when people do dialysis, right? And they get hooked to the them tubes or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And they put so they got that tube, and it's just it's access to your heart.
Well, I mean, not your
heart. I'm thinking, what am I thinking about? I don't know. Okay, let's just say into your bloodstream or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's taking all the bad out and putting the good in.
I'm just saying that door is open. So like when you're on dialysis, You could just sit down. They hook the thing to you. Now they got access to you at any time. Access to your blood. So I think when you dealing with psychics,
that's two different situations.
Okay, no.
But
I think when you're dealing with psychics, once you open that door for them to go into there, it's open now. So that means anything can get in there. Like,
not if they. I don't. Not if you're not. I don't know. I mean, it's just more or less like your future. So how is that tapping into anything evil?
It can say that. I mean, it's just like, yeah, they might say, yo, it's just to see your future. But that's just so you can open that door and put your guards down. Now that that's open.
But you're not opening anything. They're just, you give them your palm.
There you go.
You know,
that's
and
you.
I don't know.
The moment you sit down, give them your palm, you're saying, tap into me.
Right, but after you're done, they're disconnected.
Nah.
You know how many people that they see a day?
Yeah, you know how many people lives get effed up?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you can look at it as an evil thing, or you can look at it as a positive thing, and you can look at the information that they give you as bad, or you can look at the information that they give you as good and positive. And I feel like that's just in general in life. Yeah. We may not know what's going to happen tomorrow, but if you're just a negative ass person, then you're going to have a bad day the next day. If you're a positive person, then the next day you're going to have a good day.
You can be a super positive person, but somebody can intertwine your situation.
Not if you don't let them.
And that's the point. Not opening that door.
But that person is going to tell you what they feel anyways. And it's up to you to let that person, either the words that they're speaking to you the words that they're speaking to you enter your mind, or brush them off and just be like, that person is having a bad day. They're taking it out on me. It is what it is, and I'm gonna keep moving. I'm a positive person, and positive people have bad days. They do. Obviously, we have bad days. We're very positive people, and we have bad days. But we get, every now and then we get that one person that's like, oh, so-and-so, and this is going on, and this is going on. And we're like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? So we choose to either let those words and those people affect us, or we don't.
It's a difference between letting your everyday.
No, I was giving you an example.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, your everyday people, like your manager or the person down the street, mess with you mentally and make you have a bad day, or some spirit.
Right, but I was giving you an example.
I know. I'm just saying. So those are two different things, though. Like,
right, but I was giving you an example of you taking that information as good or bad.
It ain't about taking the information. It's about allowing.
You're not going to be like, hey, can you tell me if my grandma is trying to contact me? If you're going to a medium, that's different. If you're going to a psychic, that's different.
I don't mess with none of it.
A psychic can tell you your future.
I think it's interesting, but I just don't mess with none of it.
A psychic can tell you your future, and a medium is someone who can speak to the dead. I don't know if psychics can. I know they can, like, supposedly see the future.
Well, all of it is.
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting
all
to
of
do.
It's supernatural, and I
feel like
I think it's interesting
on my bucket list.
It's super, super interesting, but it's just something I don't want to roll the dice with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was 100% sure, because again, we're not 100% sure about any of this.
Right. No one is.
So if I knew
like
for sure, you know, it's like certain things I know for sure, so I'm gonna do it. For example, I know when I open a can of raviolis, they're gonna be good, so I know I want to do it.
But what if you get that can and it has mold on it?
It'll still be good.
Ugh, nasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna want mold of it. Give me some mold of it.
Some mold of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Boo.
But yeah, I think that I'm gonna wrap this one up. It's so much more I want to touch on or whatever.
It's kind of like you could go on for hours with this stuff.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna have to give y'all my paranormal story or something.
He's told me some stories.
Yeah.
And I think this deserves a part 2.
Yeah, definitely. We probably do part 2. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you guys want to see Ron P TV the podcast, make sure you go over to youtube.com/Ron P Media, or just go on YouTube and type in Ron P TV podcast, and you will be able to watch these as well. Make sure you guys go over to all of the other streaming platforms that these podcasts are on: Anchor, Spotify, Apple. Make sure y'all give a round of applause to my guests, and I hope you come back again, my wife, Cheridan.
Thank you. Thank you.
If y'all want to hear more of her and her stories, just let me know. Comment,
I have a couple interesting stories.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have to tell them about the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. That was funny. It's actually a video story time about that. Y'all can watch that on YouTube as well. But make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, Ron P TV, and share my designs. That's CHER, my designs. Until then, we talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh.